by the sword through terrorism. And the story is happening again right now. Europe is predominantly atheistic, and I'm not extremely for. I like separation of church and state, but when a country starts losing its spiritual, religious origins, like Europe, it's almost an invitation for something to fill in this vacuum. Radical Islam is filling the vacuum of the lack of spirituality in Europe right now. And if we're not aware, we're not cautious, and if we care about our culture, if we care about our Judeo-Christian traditions, we have to stand up against this invasion from radical Islam.
You have been on American universities, and I know you have a lot to say about the American university. Please share with us.
It's very discouraging for me to see the American institutions of learning are treating speakers who support Israel with less respect than speakers who are against Israel. I often speak about women's rights in the Middle East, and the Women's Studies Department in one of the colleges in California refused to sponsor me. Only because a few weeks before they were inviting an anti-Israel speaker who was extremely radical in his views against Israel. They sponsored him, but they didn't sponsor me, even though I'm speaking for the women's rights. So the left, who claim to be pro-women, pro-freedom, pro-freedom of speech, pro-giving everybody equal time, are not giving us the time to speak on college campus enough. And when I speak, I'm always just stunned by how anti-Semitic our campuses have become. Saudi Arabia is giving a lot of financial support to our universities and building one Islamic department of Islamic studies after another, Middle East studies departments, and these departments hire people who are sent and recommended by the donors of this money. And they are manipulating our children's minds with anti-Semitism, anti-Israeli rhetoric, demagoguery, and outright insults to the Jewish people and to Israel. And I had to warn my children when they went to college, you have to be very careful, because there is a lot of messages that remind me of the way I was brought up in the Middle East. And it's a shame. I spoke one time in Berkeley in front of the bus, it was bus 19. It was just an anti-terrorism rally. It was not a rally, pro-Israel rally. The rally was not taking any sides. It was just a rally that is anti-terrorism in any shape or form, including, of course, Israel. And across the street from the rally were students from the campus, supported by the community in Berkeley. They had the Hamas green bands that praise being a shaheed. These are praising being martyrs. And they were chanting 2468, we are martyrs, we can't wait. This is not in the Middle East. This is not in the West Bank and Gaza. This is right here in America. And then last August of '06, there was an anti-Israel rally during the war with Lebanon, a pro-Hezbollah rally where they were chanting in Arabic more than once, "Jews are our dogs." Again, right here in America. And the university campuses are very, very tolerant of them.
What are your views of the Israeli-Arab conflict?
One time I asked a devout Muslim a question about Israel. I asked him, if all the Jews in Israel convert to Islam, would you be still fighting Israel? He immediately said no. That proved to me that they are fighting Israel because the people who live in Israel are majority non-Muslims. They succeeded in Lebanon. Lebanon was majority Christian. It's now majority Muslim. There is total intolerance in the whole Muslim world, in the Arab world, of any country that exists in the Middle East that is not Muslim. The Holy Land they're claiming is Muslim, for Muslims. What about Mecca and Medina? I thought Mecca and Medina were the holy lands of the Muslim people. Jerusalem, Bethlehem, all of these places are the holy land of the Jews and the Christians. Why are we trying to take it away from them? Why are we putting our names on the holy places of the Christians and the Jews? There are churches in Turkey, in many places, who were converted into mosques. There are in India. They have discovered many temples, Hindu temples, that were converted and into mosques. There is intolerance. It's my culture doesn't want to compete with another religion for ideas. They want to impose Sharia law. They want an Islamic caliphate that is not interrupted by any other minority in the area, from Spain to the Far East. And they don't want to see any minority that lives within its borders in that area. It's a war of intolerance. There is rejection to any minority who is not Muslim. And this is the truth. In the West, we regard multiculturalism as a virtue. We look at diversity as something to be proud of. Every university is proud of how many people they have from different parts of the world. Every neighborhood in America is proud. Oh, we have a multicultural atmosphere here. In the Middle East, it's exactly the opposite. You bring shame to your land if non-Muslims are walking on it. It's desecration.
We've been speaking with Ms. Nonie Darwish, a very fascinating woman. We appreciate very much your presence here with us at Rabbi Rock. Shalom.